McLaren is the pinnacle of sports cars. They are building Formula 1 cars, and this one is kind of a Formula 1 car for the street. It's the McLaren 12C, and in this case the McLaren 12C Spider. And even before driving this car you must fall in love. Why? This is why. Okay, it makes no sense. It's not practical, but I just love it. This is what you call climbing in. But it works after some practice. And then you first feel you have to be very gentle with this car, but don't be gentle. You can do this, and you have to do this to really close it properly. Inside the cockpit you got this very modern carbon look, and it's not only from the outside, also the chassis is completely out of carbon. The chassis only weighs 75 kilos. What else do you see here? Well, not much, because it's reduced to the max, to focus on driving. Thing when handling this car is that it feels like a go-kart, really like a very small small racing circuit car, but still it's a full-size sports car. And there you see that it's just McLaren Formula 1 built. There are so many parts which are inspired by Formula 1 in here, and the 625 horsepower. Usually you think you can't even control it, but with this car it's possible. It goes in 3 seconds from 0 to 100 and below 10 seconds 0 to 200. And the handling is so incredible, and you can also brake very fast, so you get almost the same time from 100 to 0 again. Show you once how the car sounds when being inside the car. So I'm starting it now. And coming to the one criticism point on this car, the GPS and the sound system, like when putting on radio or USB, well, sometimes it doesn't work, it just crashes. So, well, that shouldn't be the case in a 220,000 euro car. But one good thing about it, because of the sound, you can't hear the music anyway, so why need the music here? And this is climbing out, so that's why it's called a sports car, right? Very interesting. There are some keys here at the inside of the door. For example, this one unlocks the engine cover, and the back is where the engine is. Not much to see, but they have designed it very well, haven't they? Usually I love the sunshine like now, but in this car I also love dark tunnels. Why? Hold it. Wait up. Nice. And then our engine gets enough air to be cooled down. We got these vents here, and very special, in the McLaren logo design. Do you recognize it? This is a slim key, by the way. It looks a bit like a spaceship, doesn't it? And from the key you can control the trunk, which is in the front, of course. It's a bit tricky here. Then, well, it's surprisingly big, I think. So you can easily go on a short holiday with it, for example. Or if you want to transport beer or water boxes off or something like that. And here again, when closing the trunk, you don't have to be gentle. You have to really put it strong, and that feels kind of weird. This car costs 220,000 euros. And so you usually think you just have to touch it with gloves. But for closing stuff here, you really have to push it. About the general design, when driving a McLaren, you feel very, very prominent. You feel like a VIP, but still it's a bit English understatement, except from the back, because this is not understatement anymore. This is very powerful, but of course, well, I like it very much. And the wing is very, very special. Why is that? It's not only a classic wing, it's also used for braking. When you're driving more than 100 kilometers an hour and you're braking very, very fast, very, very strong, the wing moves up as some kind of air brake. Welcome here in the McLaren 12C. This is the acceleration and the great sound. What is so amazing when driving the McLaren 12C? First of all, it's the sound, and especially as we got the Spider, we can really hear it now. And the suspension is surprisingly comfortably. For example, we got a little bit bumpy road here now, and you know, you're so low on the street, but still it's not uncomfortable to drive. You see here that this is really a great suspension that offers sporty driving, but still doesn't lose you the everyday comfort.